we're going to have a lot of additional material today. I hope it'll be interesting for people. As always, I need to remind people that the series is being live streamed and recorded, so please keep that in mind. I also have had some issues with being kicked out of Zoom. There was a Zoom update last night that seems to be causing some problems, so please be patient if there are issues of that kind. Today, we're going to start out with a talk by Giuliano, who's going to talk to us about how to apply forces to cells, move cells around, and collective motion in cells. We're then going to briefly review the hackathon lightning ideas and have a presentation on some COVID modeling that was done by TJ Segal. And then in the afternoon, we're going to start on how to build models of chemical fields and gradients. And that's going to be taught by Joshua Aponte Serrano. So that's the agenda for today. If you have ideas for the hackathon that you didn't put into a slide deck, that's fine. Please speak up at the end of the lightning presentations, and I will do some reorganizing of the hackathon slides during the next hour. Again, the schedule will be more or less the same. We'll start our official meeting at 10:30. We will have a short break. Then we'll have the hackathon lightning talks, the discussion of the hackathon, and TJ's presentation of COVID models. We'll have a slightly longer break to catch a bite to eat. And then in the late afternoon, we'll have Josh doing the presentation of chemical field modeling. And we'll conclude with question session if people need that. I've tried to put together the lightning talks and material that were presented in the decks. It's fine if you have a hackathon idea that comes up after today that wasn't included in the deck. That's also, if you want to present something today verbally, that's fine too. This is the list of people who've submitted material. If you could be ready to present, this should be the order, and I'll put it also in the chat. Havid Azimi, AJ Chitness, David Fagbemi, Farnoosh Farapur, Hamad Fatoyimbo, Megan Hassa, Yajun He, Aaron Hodgkinson, Yana Shuhas, Iman Kafianatari, Maria Raffo, Lorenzo Veschini, and somebody presented a very interesting slide on invasion and breast cancer, but they didn't put their name on it. So if you own that slide and you can tell me who you are, I can add your name. Otherwise, when we get to that slide, please speak up. And if you've put in a slide and you decide you don't want to do it, that's all right too. Just let us know. But that's the planned order of discussion. As always, people were using the Zoom quite effectively yesterday. If things are too slow, too fast, you need help, please feel free to use the Zoom buttons. We've been trying to put the recorded videos of the Zoom sessions up online. Not all of them are there yet, but we're doing our best to get all of them up. The slide deck should be available for people. Any suggestions you can make to us to be more effective would be appreciated. And again, the hackathon will be on Saturday and Sunday of next week, well, this week, say next week, this week, and I hope that people will participate. We have the usual nanoHUB links, and I hope people are having nanoHUB work better. I know there were some issues yesterday during my talk when people were getting started. Some people have found some bugs, so those have been reported, and we'll work on those as well. I hope people who decide to use the desktop app all have that working now too. I know there were some issues with people before. And there's the usual resource page I especially draw people's attention to the Tellurian manuals and videos that are available because we're going to start tomorrow afternoon with a very brief introduction to using Tellurium within CompuCell. And so those could be helpful. Again, I really encourage people to print out those quick reference guides and use those. They're very convenient to have printed out so that you don't have to keep switching back and forth when you go from programming to the screen. That really is about all I had for today. We have the Slack channel. As anybody have, I hope everybody's been able to get into that. We seem to have been using the chat more than the Slack yesterday. That's fine too. And I think the key thing at this point is to see if there are any other points of discussion or questions that people have for the people who spoke yesterday or concerns about today, suggestions that you'd like to bring up. Again, I'd like to thank everybody who's involved in the meeting for their time and effort. So that's really all I had for the introduction for today. I'd like to open it up for conversation. And you're free to go off and come back at 10:30. But I wanted to give everybody the opportunity to weigh in on how we can do things better, what's working, what's not working, anything that you would like to contribute.
So there's a question in chat about downloading from nanoHUB. There is a way, and it's pretty much the reverse of what we did yesterday to upload. So you need to open Jupyter Notebooks, and you're going to be presented with that page of the directory of your files. And in there, you can select what files you want to download and so on.
You have time to demonstrate it if you want, Juliana. We have.
Okay, let me see if I can do it live. If I don't have to eat my words. Hub is being slow to open.
Can somebody turn on live caption?
I think I activated, but I'm not sure if I activated it for me or for everybody.
The captions are turned on.
Yep. Yeah, you need to go to the more menu on Zoom, and then there is something about subtitles.
But they are enabled.
Oh, I guess we'll wait for 15 minutes until nanoHUB doesn't open Jupyter. Yes, that would work, Cecily. Already have it open. Okay. Yeah, so the thing is, I think you can't do a whole folder. You have to do it file by file. There you go.
Oh, I
Now it.
see. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Right.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
that's brilliant.
kind of annoying because you have to do it file by file, but
And so if you've got your simulation, can you just, as long as you put it back in a folder that's called simulation and all that stuff, then
yes,
will it
yes,
still
yeah,
run?
as long,
Okay.
yeah, as long as you keep the folder structure, it should work.
Perfect.
That's why
Thank you very
we,
much.
that's why we usually zip
Yeah.
things. So in Twit,
Yeah.
you can zip your file, and then that will
Okay,
create
yeah.
a single file to download.
Oh, awesome. Right, brilliant. That's great. Thank you very
So
much.
there's a Twit button that says to zip it, and that will save the files as a zip.
Yep.
And when you unpack it, you'll notice that it'll give a warning about a non-unique file name, but it'll work.
Okay, that's brilliant. Thank you very much.